Oracle Sidetrack lighting for the Jeep Gladiator. We're going to install it today.
Hello again.
Good morning. Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and that's right. Today we're going to install the Oracle Sidetrack LED lighting on Randall's, he's right there, Jeep Gladiator. Now, first of all, I'm going to let Randall tell you exactly what this is for, because while I had heard of it in the past, this is the first time I've ever seen it. So, Randall, why are we doing this?
Very briefly, when you're driving your Gladiator, or a JL for that matter, once you pass, another driver gets past this rear light, and if you turn on a signal, they can't see it until they get in front of you. I was trying to change lanes in another town, and the lady wouldn't let me in. Later it dawned on me, she wasn't being rude, she wasn't ignoring me, she just didn't see, because her head was about even just past my rear wheel. She could not see that any of my flashers. This one will put it around the vent. It'll also work on a JL. It's not just for the Glad, it's anything with that little vent, but it fits in that pocket. And it gives you a blinker. It also gives you a courtesy light that lights up when you come close to it. Anytime your dome lights come on, it'll come on and light the ground around the front doors.
Very cool.
So it's just 2 sets of lights in there.
Cool. All right, well there you go. That's the purpose of it. Now we're gonna rip Randall's Jeep Gladiator Mojave apart and get this thing installed. Okay, first off, let's get it out of the box. We'll show you what comes with this. Again, it's called the Sidetrack Oracle Lighting Kit. I'll call it a kit. LED lights. You guys can see the part number right there. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down below. But let's go ahead and see what's inside.
First thing you'll notice is there are 0 instructions.
Oh, nice. That's my favorite.
Okay, there are. You either watch their video, which is pretty short.
No. You watch my video.
Well, if you watch theirs, it's very short and a lot of things are left out. So you be the judge. But you've got 2 kits, obviously, 1 for each side. No, they're not interchangeable.
They are specific, right and left hand.
You're going to have to go, if you don't go like this, it's not going to end well for you.
Okay.
And then you've got the little connectors to hook it up. It's pre-wired into the lights. It's going to be installed with 2-sided tape.
Okay.
And
oh, it does say right hand there, so
yeah,
you really can't screw this up if you notice that.
Yeah, you really have to work at it. But if you try, if you think they're interchangeable, they're not.
Right.
Yeah, and this one does say left-handed, so obviously, you know.
Okay, cool.
You're ready to go. But there is, and you get a decal.
Oh yeah, gotta advertise.
And but there is nothing that even remotely resembles an instruction page.
All right, so
and you also get a little alcohol pad or 2 to
clean it off.
Degrease your where the sticky goes. I've got a bottle of alcohol. I have more faith in. I go for volume.
Oh yeah.
Than 2 little pads.
And just in case, let's see. This is the right-hand side. If you want to just lay that up there real quick, just show you where it goes. It does go, which I like, beyond this vent, so you're not covering that, which is cool. I wasn't aware of that before. And that's kind of what it's going to look like, just real quick to show you guys, and you get your lighting and all that stuff. So, now, we're going to go ahead and start the demolition, I guess. And the first thing, I believe, is to remove the inner fender.
Both inner fender wells have to come off on both sides. Those have to come off, and then this gets pried out just a little bit. Your wires go in back through that, push it back in, and then this lets over it, and it just everything vanishes.
Okay. And then as far as taking this inner fender off, there are how many bolts under there?
Well, there's 3 bolts. But first you've got the little, I call them pop rivet kind, but these little plastic on the outside, and then there are some along the inside also that have to come out. Then there's 3 bolts, and then this inner fender will just peel out, and then you can get to everything.
Okay, first things first, Randall has started to take off these rivets, and they look like pop rivets. Here is what came out, right? Notice that you cannot reuse these. Now, since there are no instructions other than their video, they don't show that. They show this type, which is like a push pin fastener, I guess. This is what we're going to replace them with because, again, you can't use these, you can't reuse these, and we of course don't have any. So we're just going to use the push pin to go ahead and put the fender back on. I'm going to go ahead and continue removing these. Okay, we also have some underneath to remove. Those we need to hold on to because these we can reuse.
Those are reusable.
Yeah, good. Okay, so that gets the pins out at least around the edges.
And then it's 3 10mm bolts.
Okay, we've got the inner fender off. You guys can see laying down there. And just taking a quick peek inside here, this is the wiring that you're looking for, and it is right here. And then, as far as the grommet you're going to go through, it is located, I don't know if you can see it, it's right up there actually, right up here, where this bundle of wires runs through. That's where you're going to go through to get inside the cab, and then once in the cab, you're going to be accessing the wiring that is right here at this light. See that shining light right there? So that's pretty much it as far as what you need access to for wiring. Ooh.
It's fine, it'll pop back in. But that'll give us enough gap to slide the wire through there.
Pretty simple.
Then, clean with alcohol. Slide the wires through, peel, and stick.
Okay, we fed the wire through the vent down below, or wires, you can see here, which I'm going to hold. And then Randall is taking the double-sided tape off so we can stick it. Okay, we've got the part stuck on there. You guys can see this is what it's going to look like with no lighting, of course. Next up is to go ahead and connect the wires, and we have a yellow, a white, and a black. And what's the connection?
The yellow one goes to the blinker.
Okay.
And it is going to attach
right here.
Wherever this is, there's a yellow and brown wire.
So the yellow from the
splice it. The yellow goes to that.
So the yellow from our new light is going to go to the yellow and brown wire.
Right.
And how about the white wire?
The white wire is going to go through the firewall, and it's going to attach to a little courtesy light that's over the footwell.
Gotcha. And how about the black?
The black wire is going to come up and attach to a bolt up here as a ground.
As a ground, up here underneath the hood.
Underneath the hood, yeah. The hood will have to be open to attach it.
Okay. So that's where we're at. That's where we go next. Okay, quick little correction from earlier. I had mentioned the yellow would go into the yellow and brown. That is incorrect. The yellow goes into the white and green right here. So we're going to wire tap that, and then we'll plug the blade into the end of the wire tap. Pretty simple to do. But again, make sure you tap the white and green wire, and then you'll plug the yellow wire in, the blade, from the lighting kit that we have. Continuing on here, we've got the ground we disconnected, which was the black wire down below. Connected that right here up by the battery. It of course runs down here from underneath right here. So right there actually. We just ran it up between the panels, fits easily. Again, power is connected here, and then Randall is on the inside connecting the white wire to the yellow brown wire on the courtesy light in the footwell of the passenger side. Okay, we've got the side lights on over here. Randall opened the door and the courtesy light came on. You can see it working. So now we're going to start the truck and we're going to try the turn signal. And it works. Let me check the front. And it works. Let me go back here. And it works. Now, shut your door for a sec. With the door shut, the courtesy light goes off. I was wondering because the courtesy light was still on and it was drowning out the flash. Now the courtesy light is on and the flash is on. But with the courtesy light off, it's a lot brighter.
If you turn the courtesy light on with the switch on the steering wheel, it turns it on out there.
Gotcha. So it's on right now. Now if you turn it off, there you can see the brightness of the turn signal with the courtesy light off. Looks good. Okay, you can see there that it works. Now, a couple of notes. First of all, the hardest part, I think, of this whole project is going through that grommet. Just make sure you have a good sharp tool. I would recommend plastic, to be quite honest. We did use metal, but you run into the chance of piercing your wiring harness or another wire. Here's what we actually used, and Randall actually filed this down to a point to be able to pierce that grommet.
It wasn't going through otherwise.
Nah, it's pretty robust. Now, one other thing to point out, they give you the connectors and stuff for this, as well as these, I guess they call them butt splices, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they call them.
That's just a splice.
But if you look,
T-connector.
I'll get you close in here, they give you an end here that you really should put over the other wires. In other words, cut theirs off, put this on, because it fits over the end.
It won't go inside.
See how that doesn't work?
And this one.
And that one does. So just a little tip for you if you want to be safe. We've got it all done. Couple things I wanted to mention. Again, the longest part of this whole process is punching through the grommets, particularly on the passenger side. The driver's side is pretty easy. I'll put a picture up here. It'll show you the little grommet that we used. And then what we did, we drilled a hole beyond that grommet, which is just through a plastic trim piece, and it is in perfect position. That's what you can see right here. And it worked perfectly. Much, much quicker and easier once you know to do that than going through the other grommets. Now I will say, they had mentioned, they being the company, that there was some grommet on the driver's side with a bunch of red wiring or something going through. We never did find that, so I'm not exactly sure where that was or what that was, but I don't know. Didn't exist for us. So real quick, you guys saw what the lights look like. Of course, the driver's side looks the same. That's what it looks like, just resting. Pop the door open, you get the little courtesy light there once again. And also over here on the driver's side, you get the courtesy light there, and then this is what the signals look like. You can see it flashing. The courtesy light is on right now, so it looks a little bit muted, but once those courtesy lights are off, you can see what the amber lights look like there, and I gotta tell you, they are very, very bright. I don't know if the camera or the video does them justice, but they are awesome. So, let's go over and see Randall. What did you think of the install?
Other than them not telling you that you need new pieces here, new connectors,
Yeah.
it really wasn't too bad. Everything was pretty much as described. Going through that grommet is a real pain. What we figured out on the other side, like you said, worked real well. I like the way they flash because again, this whole side is blank. Nobody knows what you're doing if they're in your blind spot, basically.
Right.
They have no idea you're about to change lanes.
Right.
This truck has the blind spot. It lights up. That tells me if I've got somebody sitting there. If I miss that, but if I signal, then maybe they will see that this fool is about to do something and get out of the way, or honk or do something anyway, get my attention.
Right.
So I like them. I mean, but there needs to be a flasher here.
Yeah,
on this truck because there's just too wide a space with nothing.
nothing, right,
Because even this doesn't, I mean, the flashers are going, even this isn't flashing.
right. Absolutely,
So they just don't know.
absolutely.
I like 'em.
Cool. All right, that is the install of the side track Oracle lighting. LED lights for the side of the Jeep Gladiator. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious, do you like them or not? Also, real quick, if you're interested, check out my other channel. It is Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.